Have you ever wondered how secure are the satellites orbiting above us? These silent observers play a critical role in our everyday lives, often without us even realizing it. Think about the convenience of GPS navigation, the accuracy of weather forecasting, and even the precision of military operations. All these services and more depend heavily on satellites. But what happens when these systems are under threat? A cybersecurity breach could disrupt these services, causing widespread chaos and confusion. Imagine getting lost because your GPS suddenly stops working, or the meteorologist being unable to predict a major storm. The threats are real and varied, from sophisticated hacking attempts to outright sabotage. The consequences of these threats aren't just inconvenient, they could be dangerous. Lives could be at stake if emergency services can't locate people in need, or if military systems are compromised. With such high stakes, it's clear that cybersecurity for satellites isn't just important, it's vital. Satellite cybersecurity has come a long way since the launch of Sputnik 1 in 1957. Back in those early days, the primary concern was physical sabotage. The thought of someone tampering with a satellite before it even left the ground was a very real fear. But as we moved into the digital age, a whole new set of challenges emerged. The introduction of computer systems into the satellite infrastructure opened up new avenues for potential vulnerabilities. Suddenly, it wasn't just about preventing physical interference. It was about ensuring that the digital heartbeat of these satellites was secure. In the blink of an eye, the game changed completely. Cybersecurity became the new frontier, a battleground fought not in the physical realm, but in the vast, intricate networks of ones and zeros. As the years rolled by, advancements in encryption and monitoring technologies began to reshape the landscape of satellite cybersecurity. Sophisticated encryption algorithms became the norm, ensuring that even if someone did manage to intercept a satellite's data, they wouldn't be able to decipher it. Meanwhile, monitoring technologies became more advanced, able to detect the smallest anomaly that might indicate a cyber attack. But even as these advancements were being made, the world was changing. The rise of private space companies brought a new set of challenges to the table. With more and more entities launching their own satellites, the need for robust cybersecurity protocols became more pressing than ever. It was no longer just about protecting national assets. Now, it was about protecting commercial and even personal ones as well. So, where does that leave us today? Well, in a world where satellites are more important than ever, where they guide our cars, power our communications, and even predict our weather, the need for secure, reliable cybersecurity measures is paramount. As technology evolves, so too does the complexity of protecting our assets in space. It's a never-ending battle, but it's one we're committed to fighting, for the sake of our satellites and for the sake of the world that depends on them. So, we've seen the crucial role of cybersecurity in preserving the functionality of our satellites and the services they provide. Satellites are the unsung heroes of our modern world. From broadcasting television signals to monitoring weather patterns, from assisting in navigation to enabling global communication, these orbiting tools perform a multitude of tasks. Yet their efficiency and functionality hinge on one key factor: cybersecurity. As technology evolves, so do the threats against it. In the early days of space exploration, physical attacks were the prime concern. Today, however, the landscape has shifted. With the advent of sophisticated hacking tools and techniques, cyber threats have become the new normal. These threats aren't just from rogue hackers aiming to create chaos either. State-sponsored cyber warfare presents a significant risk, with satellites being prime targets due to their strategic importance. But just as the threats have evolved, so too have the defenses. Governments, private space companies, and cybersecurity professionals worldwide are engaged in a constant effort to safeguard our satellites. They employ advanced encryption algorithms, rigorous testing protocols, and constantly updated firewalls to ensure these valuable assets remain secure. However, the work doesn't stop there. As we push further into the digital age, the need for advancements in satellite cybersecurity becomes increasingly apparent. New threats are emerging all the time, and the race is on to stay one step ahead. Governments play a pivotal role in this process, implementing regulations and encouraging research and development. Private space companies, on the other hand, are at the forefront of technological innovation, developing cutting-edge solutions to counteract potential threats. Meanwhile, cybersecurity professionals provide the much-needed expertise to keep these systems secure. The interplay between these three entities, governments, private companies, and cybersecurity professionals, is key to ensuring our satellites remain safe and functional. Their collective efforts form a robust defense against the ever-evolving threats of the digital world. The future of satellite cybersecurity is a fascinating frontier, and as we continue to rely on these orbiting tools, their protection remains a top priority.